Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Orozco Body and Mind podcast. I'm your host, Chris Orozco. And, as we're diving right into 2026, I hope that you guys have started the year with goals, with new habits, with better habits. I hope you've been staying consistent. I hope you've been really working on yourselves and seeing what areas of your life you can improve. I hope you've started the year off with a lot of motivation and a lot of discipline. And I hope you continue to stay on the right path to improving your life and improving the lives around you as you work on yourself and you build to a better you every single day. So today I kind of wanted to talk to you about what is life coaching, what is not life coaching, why we should consider hiring a life coach. And I'll kind of tell you why I chose this path in my life, and maybe if it's something that you guys want to do in the future. If you think you want to help others, I'll tell you why. I feel like this is something that I'm meant to do. And I just want to brainstorm some ideas on why this is, if to see if this is your right path. So let's dive right in. So, what is life coaching? So, life coaching, a life coach helps you improve various aspects of your life by asking you specific and powerful questions that help you find answers from within or help solve your own problems. A life coach helps you create goals. A life coach helps you change habits. A life coach helps you stay consistent. A life coach helps you get out of your comfort zone. And a life coach will help you master whatever it is that you're trying to do. So when my clients come to me with, let's say somebody wants to lose weight, they'll call me and they'll be like, "Hey, listen, this is my goal. This is what I want to do." And we go into what is called the discovery call, and this is to see if the relationship is the one, client and coach, to see if it's a fit, to see if both people get along. And then you kind of explain to them, the relationship, you explain to them the contract, you explain to them what you expect from each other. So that's what we do in the discovery call. And then when you actually start working with a life coach, I learned this method from the Jay Shetty from the Jay Shetty school, which are the ABCs of life coaching. And I want you to think as the ABCs of life coaching like a roadmap to get you from point A to point B. So the ABCs of life coaching. First, we start off with awareness. So having awareness of what it is that you want to change in your life, seeing where you could make a change, but you got to be able to know what you want to change or what you want to build or what you want to have solve differently, what you want to do differently. So we go with awareness. Then after awareness is audit. So we audit your life. We see where in your life we can improve or help or make changes. So we look at your life, and there's different aspects of your life, and we take a look at each one. And then the third step is accountability. So you have to hold yourself accountable for whatever it is that you've done up to this point in your life. You have to really take a look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable to see why you're here and why you want to improve your life. And that starts with accountability. So those are the A's. So it's awareness, audit, accountability. Then we go into the B's, which is big goals. So we create a goal that is for yourself and it's one goal at a time. We don't want to do various goals or different goals. We focus in on one goal at a time. Um, and then it's building habits. So building those habits to help you improve your life is crucial, because if we have a goal, we understand that we need those habits to get you to where uh, you want to be in that goal. And then the third step of the B's is balance reflection. So looking in your life and seeing if you're going in the right trajectory, if you're going forward. Sometimes we have goals and then we move off the road and we don't realize we're not going towards the goal. We're not really focused on that goal, but we move off the road, and we got to stay aligned into whatever area it is that we choose, or whatever goal it is that we choose, so we can see results. So those are the B's. So we got A, B, and then the C's, excuse me, um, is the first C is consistent action, consistency. So we got to make sure that we stay consistent every single day. We do whatever it is that we need to do. So it's about consistency. After you have the goal, you change your habits, then it's like making sure you keep doing it, and doing it until you see results. That's a big aspect of this, because a lot of people come to me, they have a goal, we change the habits, and then they do things for a week or two, and then they get lazy again. It's about the consistency of every single day showing up for yourself, showing up for the people that love you, and staying on top of it all every single day. After you have all that locked down, after you change your habits, you stay consistent, then it's about the it's getting out of our comfort zone. So we don't we don't take big steps out of our comfort zone, but a good life coach will push you just enough to feel a little bit uncomfortable, and then you'll realize that you prove to yourself, wow, I can step out of my comfort zone a little bit. Let me keep getting better. So let's say somebody comes to me with a goal that they want to lose weight, and they want to lose 10 pounds, right? Or whatever. Maybe they want to lose 20 pounds. So getting in a matter of comfort zone would be maybe like, instead of running for 1 mile, now you got to run for a mile and a half. So making sure we're taking steps forwards to being able to stay with that goal. And then the last step is competency mastery. So this is when you're able to master the habits, the goals, the consistency. They're getting out of your comfort zone. And this is when somebody really makes big changes in their life, because they constantly see the good results. They constantly see their life improving. And this is when your whole life is kind of getting better, and you see the results of the work you've put in. To really get to that point, some people get there before. Some people take some less time. Some people take some longer time. But that's ultimately where I want to see my clients get to, where they master those skills without you even thinking about it. It just comes so natural to you. They're really able to change your life and the people around you. So that's kind of how life coaching works. A life coach doesn't tell you what to do. They don't give you advice, but they support, guide you, and hold you accountable. Obviously, if you want to ask them for advice, you can, but a life coach is not really supposed to do that. Also, a life coach is somebody who, they're your biggest cheerleader. They want to see you do well. They become they should become a good friend, because you're really sharing information with them. And a life coach also they don't tell people I don't tell people what me and the client talk about, because it's just it's information that nobody needs to know. We keep that to ourselves. the only way that I would tell somebody what we talk about is if you're trying to hurt yourself, others, or me. So obviously that's when I would have to say something. So that's kind of how life coaching works. Um, what else do I have to mention about life coaching? Yeah, so they pretty much help you create a goal. They help you change habits, they help you stay consistent, they challenge comfort zone, and then they help you master the skill. Um, I've worked with some clients where, I've really changed how they look at life, and to me that's the biggest thing for me. Somebody comes to me with a goal, with something that they want to change, and then once you see that person achieve that goal, it's an awesome feeling. And the reason why I started life coaching is because of the certain things that I went through in my life that really gave me perspective. I feel like all these things that happened to me when I was younger, into my teenage years, into my early 20s, and now my early 30s, have life has brought me closer to what I'm meant to do. And I feel like this is the calling I've had, to really help people transform their lives so they could really change their lives for the better. For me, my life hasn't been easy at all. I've had a lot to deal with. I've had a lot of challenges to overcome, but I feel like I've had to walk that road to be able to show other people how it's done. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. And some of us have maybe had some really challenging times. Um, and just to let life makes no mistakes. You were meant to go through those challenging times. That's where we really grow. That's where we really get out of our comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. I mean, imagine just having a life where there was no challenges. You just breeze by, everything was easy. I don't think that's really where the beauty of life is, but overcoming those challenges, to being able to just be the best version of yourself, looking in the mirror and being proud of who you are because you've overcame difficulty and difficult times. I think that really makes you unique, and that makes you extremely powerful, and that makes you the best version of yourself. So the Orozco Body and Mind brand is really a brand that emphasizes, having a clear mind, where you're not doing habits where you're hurting your mind. You have a clear thinking. You're able to make good choices. You're able to make good decisions. Your mind is completely clean of any substances or any habits that are hurting you, or they're hurting your mind. And then the body represents, we only get one body. We have to be able to treat our bodies with a lot of love, a lot of respect, a lot of kindness, because we only get one. And they always say that if you have a million problems until your health, um, you know, worsens, and then you only have one problem. So it's about treating our bodies um, the right way, giving it the right nutrition, giving it the right exercise, giving it the right and proper care. And this is not something that you do once in a while, but this is something that we should try to do every single day exercising, every single day trying to eat healthy, every single day trying to treat our bodies with a lot of love, and like I said, a lot of care. So the Orozco Body and Mind brand is a brand, is a personal growth brand. And at the end of the day, I want to be able to help a lot of people get out of a lot of habits that are dragging them down, and being and worsen their health, worsening their thinking. So I want to just improve a lot of people's lives, because I was somebody who was there, and who was somebody who was drinking, somebody who was smoking, who was drinking. Who was doing a lot of habits that were really unheard, really unhealthy, and it really, from where my life was before until where it is now, I've been able to find my purpose. And I just want to help a lot of people, get to where they're supposed to be and help them become the best version of themselves, because that's what we owe to ourselves. That's what we owe to the people around us. And that's what we need to do, to live a life of purpose, to live a fulfilling life, to live a life where we make a difference in the world around us. And yeah, so first of all, I just want to say thank you, for everybody who listens, everybody who is trying their best. I understand that in life there's ups and downs, and some days are harder than others, but keep staying consistent, keep building your life, and keep being the best version of yourself, because you never know who you're affecting by the way that you say things. You never know who you're affecting. You never know who's looking at you, for inspiration. And at the end of the day, we want to inspire many people to be better, many people to improve. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I hope you guys keep conquering your lives, and I hope you be just the ultimate best version of yourself. And then I'll be back next week with a different episode. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day.